Hi there, it's Laura here from iHeart Planners, and I'm going to review my very favorite organizing product, the multi-purpose bins from the Container Store. I always say if I were stranded on a desert island and I could only have one organizing product, this would be it, and I'm going to tell you all about it. But first, make sure you take a second, hit subscribe, hit the bell, and make sure that you don't miss any of the videos we have coming your way. So let's dive in and talk a little bit about these different organizing bins. So first of all, it comes in 4 different sizes here. So starting from the left, this is the small size. So small, medium, and large are the exact same this way. They just differ in how wide they are. Then this is the medium size. The medium and large feel pretty close to each other. Let me see if I can show you. I would say that the large looks to be roughly an inch wider. So they're not too drastically different from each other. So this is the medium, this is the large, this is the extra large. Now, one thing I want to point out is that the extra large is actually significantly wider. So I have these two lined up in the back, and you'll see how much this one sticks out. And of course, it's also significantly wider this way. So it's just bigger all the way around. It is the exact same height though. And the reason that it's wider, when I first discovered this, I thought that was the opposite of a benefit, whatever that would be. But I then realized it's so that it will A, fit hanging file folders, B, fit 8.5 by 11 pieces of paper, and what I love is that it fits these poly envelopes, and for me that has been amazing. The one thing that if you are like me and you like the details of your organizing systems to be really perfect, you're not gonna love that if they're pushed up against the back of a shelf, they're sticking out different amounts. However, the way that I get around that is that I actually put this way on my shelf, and so you can't really tell, or I just line them up in the front. Next, I want to point out that they come with these stickers, so that's how you know what size they are. I think they've recently changed these and they're more modern looking. That annoys me slightly because you have to take them off, but it's actually, this one's been on there for a long time and it's very, very easy to take off. They also often have price stickers on the bottom. I always hate that because I haven't found them to be terribly difficult to take off, but it requires a little bit more effort than I would prefer. But pretty much any product that I buy has annoying price stickers that I need to remove. Now, I also want to point out it has handy handles right here, so it's easy to pick up, pull out. They look very nice, stacked, kind of set next to each other. As with any bin, or most bins, I wouldn't say any, it does kind of narrow toward the bottom, and that is so that they will nest inside of each other. And almost any bin that you get, with a few exceptions, does that, and that's for ease of storing and shipping, so that they nest inside of each other and they don't take up so much space. But that does become annoying when you consider the fact that you're not actually getting the full amount of space all the way down to the bottom, and you need to consider that when you're thinking about what you're going to put in these bins. So if I push them up next to each other, you'll see how this one is kind of tilted. On the bright side though, this plastic is sturdy but flexible. I don't know if you can see how I can bend it a little bit. So if let's say you're putting them somewhere and it's an 1/8 of an inch off, you can still make it work. And I have loved that feature. In my little cart, I actually have 2 right next to each other, and if they were completely rigid, it probably wouldn't work. But since they have a little bit of give, you don't even really notice when they're pushed against each other. I also want to point out that it is super handy to file things upright in here. So these are my Avery type labels. They're all right here. I can easily kind of flip through them. You can also put loose items like these clothespins that I have in here. This is holding just a variety of items, all related to sending people little Happy Mail type gifts, some tissue paper, some actual gifts, some of these fun shreds. So that's what's in here. Then this one that I have this way has, like I said, the poly envelopes, and I have labeled those either with the Avery stick-on labels, or in the back here I just use my actual label maker. and wrote what was on what's in the actual pouch. So that's how I have organized those. I also use these all over the place. So they're on my office shelves behind me. They are in my laundry room, my linen closet, my pantry, my car, and my garage. And at different times I've even used them in closets. So they're just so versatile to be able to be used anywhere. I also like how high they are so things don't flop over. You can store quite a bit in them and it kind of maximizes space. I also wanted to point out in the medium size that a regular size can fits almost perfectly, and you could even keep stacking right here if you had all the same can, and it fits pretty nicely. So that is really exciting. I think that you can fit cans like that to maximize storage space. One thing that I would say is a slight negative of these is that labeling them is a little bit tricky because they have holes. So they're kind of vented. And as you can see, I have labeled this down here. The only surface that is like the largest smooth surface, but as you can see, the label is pretty small. Like I had to use a pretty small size font that's just cut vinyl on there to get it to work. And if I was standing a few feet away in my pantry, it would be pretty hard to read something that small. So I have a few ideas of workarounds. First, I've done some double layered vinyl that's bigger, and even I'll let it extend past the vents a little bit and it still sticks on just fine. I have seen people take like business card size labels, punch holes, and tie using the vents. You can get creative with labeling, but it's not quite as easy to put really, really large labels on these. So I hope this has given you an idea of what you could do with these bins. You can find them at the Container Store. The link is below. And one of the things I love about these is these are one of the most affordable items at the Container Store. So it's great that it just so happens that one of my favorites is one of the most affordable. And I would love to know, what's your favorite organizing product? If you had to pick just one, what would it be? Let me know in the comments.